if we look at Ross's deck list for Andy, got to imagine it's probably pretty similar to what he's been running. There hasn't been a whole lot of change.
The card that is the latest published.
Yeah,
it's
old
symmetrical
school.
visage.
Yeah. He's back old school. He's gone back to Yogg Data Sucker. So the Cyber Cipher of Louisville is gone. It's interesting. It is a little different because he's playing 1 Atman, 1 Yogg, and 3 Data Suckers. So not as robust a breaker suite, but really relying on the Data Suckers there.
Right.
And, Atman's still so very powerful. 4 and 5 strength ice just melts when you play 1 Atman.
Oh, Yogg doesn't. Or Lotus Field doesn't matter.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
So Ross just playing sort of old school Andy. See how it works out for him. He's going to be able to be aggressive here if he gets sort of a good early draw against an inner thub.
Is Randall going to be playing fast, or is he going to be going Butcher Shop?
Right, that's the question here. And I think we've been seeing so much tag sort of kill-hate decks that you have to assume that's the case. But is that really ideal against Andy?
Well, let's see. No. I mean, if he's got several remotes set up, then
the security testing.
Security testing is he's going to be a lot of money. Desperado because Andy's going to be running a lot.
Yeah. Which means mid-season's out the window.
Correct. So that's gone.
But again, a pretty ideal start for Randall. 2 ice and sweeps punishes Andy having 9 cards.
One of the most fun experiences I had with Sweep Sweeps was, if Sweep Sweep could be a fun card, which it is when someone did the game day super draw, and then you're like, thank you, I'll take 16 credits. It makes the 8 credits from Andy not so much.
Yikes. Randall massively flooded. Just installed a Jackson.
Right.
But has a Beal, an Astro, and an NAPD in hand.
It's time for Jackson to save the day.
So he's going to use Jackson to grab a wraparound to put on Archives, actually. So if Ross reads this right and is able to get in, oh, wow, he's going to let the Jackson.
This is, I'm not sure. I think I just power draw to dump agendas.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Because now if Ross trashes Jackson, you're in trouble. But nope, he's just going to run an R&D. Spend 1 to get through the pop-up. Score an NAPD.
Okay.
So this game could go even faster. He's got a legwork in hand. Please use it. Oh, I'm so disappointed, Ross.
Correct.
So yeah, Jackson was looks like it was security tested.
The reason I just said correct is because Ben gave us some
magical voice.
Ben gave us some information on our headset, and I was talking back to him, thinking that you heard what he just told me. So I don't just
forgot to mention that to you. Sorry, buddy. That's on me. So yeah, Ross going to be happy getting 2 points there, getting some breakers out, and just building up money.
And
Randall draws another Jackson, so now he can afford to power draw and sort of just throw those agendas away. Has another Jackson to deal with anything else, really. Ross going to put security testing on the new server.
Which is, I think I'm actually kind of okay with that, because you're like, well, you don't get to see what it is.
Well, I think maybe it's an Astro, actually.
Right. All right,
and so Ross going to break into HQ. Does he pull? Oh, no, there's an Astro in hand, so. And he sees either an Enigma or a Quandary. Again, they both look identical to me, so hard to say.
And I'm seeing a Switchblade.
Yeah, there's a Switchblade, an Atman, a Legwork, a Special Order, and something in hand.
This is both getting set. This is both getting set up fast as well as Ross playing fast.
Yeah. So Ross, has all of the breakers he needs and a Ghost Runner to use the Switchblade, and security testing to make him money. So this could go really, really fast, which is not going to be ideal for Randall with his agenda flood.
Right. And again, he has a solution to that with Jackson, which I think I think he wants to leave Astro in hand because he wants to have an opportunity to score that.
And the thing is, he knows he's playing against Andy. He knows the siphons are there. He can't really afford to spend too much money fast advancing right now.
Right.
Because he doesn't have enough of a bank to really be safe after the siphon.
No. Looking at 8, he's got 10 credits. 10 Lego dots.
So the 2 security testings are the 2 remotes. Ross just going to get money from those.
I'm going to check it out.
And then probably, I would imagine, go and run.
Let's see. Data Sucker.
Does he want to force? Nope, he doesn't.
No, he's getting set up. I think.
With just the corroder out, you just want to spend the security testing to get money. Oh, and Beal. Interesting. So Randall faking that out, thinking Ross would run it.
And Randall is a player who's not afraid to just hang agendas out there.
Sure. But I think what this shows is that he thought Ross was going to run it because it wasn't an Astro.
Right. So,
which means now if he drops down another one, is Ross going to run it?
Right. So the conditioning of the game,
so now the Astros sort of
is more vulnerable.
Yeah.
That particular play is now offline.
Right.
But at the same point, I mean, letting an Astro hang out there is extremely risky.
Yeah. And so Ross going to access from HQ with the legwork.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. It was an Ichi that he saw. Eli and a marked account. Wow. So getting lucky there, Randall, saving that Astro.
And
which means maybe it is safe. Now he drops the Astro. Ross thinks it's a marked account.
I don't think that play is online anymore.
Okay. So yeah, he's just going to draw 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Randall agrees with you.
Yeah.
He draws a card and installs. I think it draws whatever he.
And again, here Atman is going to be. He doesn't. Randall obviously doesn't know that Ross has Atman. There's also special order,
Switchblade, and special.
So I mean, his rig is complete. He's sitting on 5 credits, so it's
now he's sitting on 9.
Now he's sitting on
9. So
there
it is. Ross has what he needs to get anywhere.
I wonder if there's going to be enough time to go and check that remote.
I don't think it'll be this turn, certainly. Unless he just does that, but I would think he would run the security testings and try and just put all of his rig out for next turn. He's still missing a Desperado, which is actually going to be relevant for the memory, not just the money.
Right.
And he's going to pull a Beal from hand.
Top exit. Where Randall is not sitting at 9 points, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, it is 4-2. So looking good for Ross. I mean, obviously a really fast start for him. You know, with the stealth, with the Switchblade build, sometimes you can get into the position where, like, oh, I've got all my breakers, except now I can't run through this Architect because I've used my fairies and I can't find my Switchblade pieces.
Right.
But that's not an issue.
That situation has resolved itself.
So now all Ross is missing is, a Desperado, and he's happy. Like, he doesn't even necessarily need a Siphon because it looks like this isn't I mean, you see the Architect, you assume it's not a kill deck.
And here's a situation that is the near hub kind of struggle is you're vulnerable if the rig gets set up, if you don't go fast enough, or if you don't have the opportunity to go fast enough.
Right. And Ross, having a really good draw to sort of beat this out.
There
we go. So the solution, Sansan into Astro. Now he's on 4 points. One more Astro, and he's going to feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
But again, sitting on 6 credits now. So if Ross had the Siphon, he does.
Right.
It's going to be pretty big.
So Siphon, go trash. That's your line of play?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a legwork too. So if you're worried about the Sansan being a threat, you can Siphon legwork.
Right.
But yeah, I think trashing is probably the safer play here. Just, save the legwork. Go kill the Sansan now.
Right.
Now, the thing is, clearing those tags and killing the Sansan is going to put Ross back down to, very little money. But he's just going to float tags because he knows he's seen the Architect, so he knows this isn't kill.
Right.
Which means he has to, accept the fact that he could lose those security testings or that Ghost Runner here at some point. But hasn't happened yet.
No, and then with Randall, he's got a couple turns to kind of think about, do I want to clear these tags? At the same point, he may just, a couple turns goes by, and he just says...
he cleared them, so that answers that question.
Talking and looking at the screen at the same time.
It's hard, man. It's almost as hard as counting. That's what I'll say. But Randall's going to be okay because he has marked accounts, right? He had one dripping. He reses the other one and clicks it. So it's going to be slow for him, but I think all the agendas are out of his hand right now.
Desperado Online, which solves both memory problem, and now he's got...
And now the security testings are...
Easy marks.
Are multiply worthy. So he's just going to... Yeah, at this point he just is going to walk into R&D.
Right.
If he gets that RDI, which I assume is in there. Yeah, he's running 2 RDIs. If he gets an RDI, then I think this game is just over for Randall, unless he gets a really lucky draw.
Right. I think the challenge is, do I have time to kind of draw for it, to dig for it? Because I need to keep moving. I need to keep looking.
Well, and part of it is going to depend. So he sees a shipment from Sansan, so he's a little safe from account Siphon now. If he can manage to pull another Astro, then I think he's in a really good position, pretty much regardless, unless Ross pulls it from his hand with the legwork. But right now he's got to feel under pressure.
And I think Ross is kind of thinking, like, what's my timing? Like, when do I launch that legwork?
Yeah.
Is it now? Is it?
So he's going to Dirty Laundry with security testing. It's an amazing card.
So much, just produces so much money.
yeah, he's just going to not walk in to R&D. So the Enigma gets rezzed. Ross
doesn't have a response
order
at this
in
time.
hand. Yeah, so he's going to lose a click and end the run. And so, yeah, he's just going to run that other security testing, it looks like, and pass the turn. So next turn you assume special order. Oh, no, he drops it. Interesting. So
he's going to set at-min at 2?
I guess. Unless... No, he
we have
doesn't have another...
We have breaking news scored. So we're on Randall sitting on game point. Ross needs to score 2 more.
Game point unless he draws another breaking news. Which would be unfortunate and happens all the time. NEH players will tell you. Oh, Ross might have had a second special order. Right. That makes a little more sense than trashing that other one. So yeah, gets the Yogg out, has an admin if he starts seeing, 4 strength ice a whole lot.
I think with this particular breaker suite, we're not going to see that.
Yeah, I don't think we need to with this ice. Yeah.
Ice suite.
Yeah. Now the question is that scoring remote. Does Randall feel confident in that ice? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. He can fast advance almost anything he draws.
Right.
But if that's another Saints hand, it's probably pretty vulnerable. I don't know that Ross cares at this point. He just needs to draw an RDI.
And it's free for him to go take a look.
Yeah, and so he can always, until like a DPS shows up, he can always go and check RD.
Right. Ichi shows up, which is fine. No pop.
Interesting.
And
there's the legwork.
But
I don't... Oh, he does have an Astro.
He's sitting on it.
Oh, no.
This is huge.
This is the game
either
way.
This is huge.
Oh, he doesn't pull.
Misses.
And Randall shows it to him, and that's game.
And that is...
That was fast.
Yeah, and Ross didn't make a... I mean, Ross made the right play.
Had the read even, and knew that he had to check at least because he can't afford to let Randall get away with that. And Randall gets the lucky draw there. Full setup for Randall. I'm sorry, for Ross. That guy whose name I can't say.
Well, so he developed his rig incredibly fast against
he even got the
deck,
siphon.
Right, against a incredibly fast deck.
Yeah.
And even though getting into R&D is free, it's like those little windows of time for NEH. They get small. Those windows get smaller and smaller that you get a chance to take a look.
Well, and with all the draw they have, right, it makes it. You think, oh, okay, I have access to R&D. I know it's not on top, but then they corp draw, install a new server, and draw another card for free, and that's how they get those agendas into hand.
And it just moves, and so those windows of kind of safety just disappear, and think, well, now is there an agenda in hand? I mean, just how many countless times you just think I don't know if it's safe. I don't know where the agenda is because they keep drawing. So NEH is just such a powerful corporation.
Yeah, some classic decks, Andy and NEH.
Absolutely.